Oh, hey, hi everybody. Here we are again. Here it is Sunday at 1 o'clock out there on the West Coast and 3 o'clock out here in no man's time, Eastern time. Well, we're going to have a big show hopefully today, and we're hoping that one of the dogs stop by after they get off work. So we'll see. And boy, it's going to be a good one. I'm going to actually bring up our first dog that, um, well, back in July, there was a group of them that was surrendered. They called them the O litter. Okay. And Oggie is one of them. And well, we made a little video for him and we'll bring him up. Wow, looky here. Is that infamous Oggie?
The big O himself. Here he is.
All right. Let's get a good look at him. All right.
There you go. There you go.
Wow, what a boy. What can you tell us about him and their history?
Okay, so hi everybody. Thanks for having us on. This is Oggie.
This is Julie.
Hi, Julie. He was one of 6 that was from a backyard breeder. They had an accidental litter, and they were owner surrender for the puppies. I think they couldn't sell them, was my understanding. So they gave them up for adoption through Great Pyrenees Rescue. So they came in, I think, around end of March. No, they were born in March. They came in July, I think, June or July. And he's been up here now about almost September 2nd is when we picked him up here in Washington.
In Washington, okay. So how's he doing?
He's doing great. He's a ton of fun. He's a great puppy too. Like the rest of his brothers, he's big. I think he's probably, I would guess 65, maybe 70 pounds now at 7 months. He's, I would say 98% housebroken. You know, if we miss, it's been very rare. He's knows some simple commands. He loves playing with the other dogs. He's super social, and he loves to be, you know, get in on whatever's going on. He likes to be active and involved. He's great on a leash. No food issues. He's just a really nice puppy.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what kind of home do you think he would take to adopt him? Wait.
I would say that a home definitely with another dog. He's in a home now. We have 7 dogs actually, 2 peers and 5 other misfits. And so he's good with any breed. One of our dogs is smaller and he's good with her. He's very respectful when with the older dogs if they don't want to play. Um, he would do good in a home where he could have another dog to play with. Um, we have a 2-year-old. My husband's grandson is visiting with his family, and he's been really good with them. Um, he's very gentle. He feeds them snacks, and he's done great. I
He's
would
very
say,
handsome.
yeah, he's a good-looking boy. And it's funny, they all kind of look alike. They're the spitting image of each other. All,
Wow.
all 6 of them. But I would just say a family, moderate energy, a dog that likes to play. He likes to be social, and he's a nice boy. He hasn't been around cats, but I think he would do okay.
Why is that? He doesn't chase squirrels?
No, he doesn't have a big prey drive, and when the others are out, when they see a squirrel, he'll join in because, he's part of the pack. But, he just follows along because he's just hanging with his homies.
Yeah. um, well, scrolling across the bottom is where you go. It's no matter where you go, you end up at GreatPyreneesRescueSociety.org.
Right,
And that's where you go to apply. You can't adopt him unless you apply for him. And
right.
Rena says hi, Julia.
Hi, Rena.
Yeah.
Hello.
We almost asked her to come up. One of our dogs that we was bringing on, Marcia, the foster called me at the last minute. She has a handicapped brother and he's having a medical emergency and she had to go.
Oh,
And
goodness.
and we'll get her on at a later date if
Sure.
Marcia's still there. No problem. We did a practice run. She did great. So, and what's he looking at?
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. He loves to help me in the kitchen, and I tell Augie that if he had thumbs, he would be my sous chef. Because he's always in the kitchen when we're cooking, and he's just a nice boy. Just kind of hangs
All
out.
right.
Um,
How old is he
he,
now? Did you say?
he's 7 months.
So he's
Um,
still a baby.
he's just a baby. He's a big baby.
And he's a thief, probably, isn't he?
No, he's not a counter surfer. But
From the other
he does.
dog.
I'm sorry.
I meant from the other dogs.
Oh yeah. He he sometimes forgets to wait his turn when we're passing out treats, but otherwise, he's great. He has no food issues or anything.
Okay.
He he's done really well. He's not a big barker, either. Even though I have 2 that tend to be on the barky side, but
Uh-huh.
he's not a big barker. He's just a nice puppy, and if you don't adopt him, we highly encourage you to foster for the rescue. He's number 51 for me for Great Pyrenees.
Wow, 51.
Yeah, actually,
Wow.
this is my 12th year fostering in total, and I've added it up. It's 182 dogs.
Wow.
I know, crazy.
But
But
51 of them were here with Great
right,
Pyrenees Rescue Society.
uh-huh. The end of the end of the month here is my fosterversary with GPRS, and it'll
Okay.
be
Now
40.
51, I think Mark may say, what's taking you so long
I think so.
when he
He's
comes
got
out?
me beat. He's got me.
um, but wow. And what's
Yeah,
your experience? Apparently, you're having a good experience with the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society after 12 years.
yeah. Well,
Well,
it
I'm sorry,
wasn't
7
all.
years with GPRS.
Well, 4 years with GPRS, but I fostered. I used to live in Alaska, and I fostered up there, and There, Alaska kind of has similar issues to Texas, as far as not spaying and neutering and things like that.
And
But
they're
so,
big.
yeah, and definitely transport issues for the dogs.
All right.
But
Wow.
anyway, so when I found GPRS, and it, from the day I interviewed to foster to today, it's just been a wonderful experience. The people are great. The dogs have taught me a lot. I would say that Pyrenees are different than other dogs that I'd fostered. So, they've taught me a lot, about the breed and about dogs in general. And I just love them.
So had you had a Pyrenees before you started fostering?
I had not. I
Really?
had
So
not.
you were
Yeah.
able to foster with no breed experience. How did that take place? Because some rescues say, well, no, you got to have breed experience.
Right. I think because there's such a great community that is always there to help you with
And
questions.
you're willing and able to learn.
Absolutely, and no question or no issue is too big or small.
Mhm.
And the group as a whole has been super
Wow.
supportive. And Molly's is just she's amazing, and she's taught me a lot too. I
Yes,
had
she
the
is.
opportunity to go down to headquarters and help with
She's the
transport.
busiest lady I know.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. And she knows
All
every
right.
dog, and, loves every dog. They're her own,
Yep.
and just the kindest, most compassionate person.
Yep. Now, is he crate trained?
He will go in the crate.
Mhm.
We have a couple of big ones here. It's not his favorite, but he's very good. Like if I do go out,
But you can
um,
trust him.
well, I kind of put him with the other peers in like in a baby gate area in the kitchen and dining area, and he does great. And he's never tried to jump out. It's like a 3-foot fence. He'll stay in there, doesn't destroy anything.
Mhm.
And then he sleeps in the room with all of us at night, and he does good.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. So can you stay for the rest of the show?
sure, we're here.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do then is move you over that way. Whoop, sorry, wrong button. If he does something cute, that means that way, well, everybody can see it. All right.
There you go. We'll try to. We've been
Wow.
practicing.
So this is pretty cool. And if he leaves, bring one of your other dogs up. We'd like to see
Oh
them
my
too.
gosh.
But we
Yeah.
know they're not adoptable. They have a mom. So
No, they were actually some medical fosters I had that we ended up keeping.
yeah, medical fosters are interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So now, speaking of Mark, he has lava, and he may harass you about only 51 fosters.
Oh,
I don't know. He may.
boy.
We'll see. But
Right.
we can harass him about other stuff. All right.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting her, and I'll tell you what, whoever gets that dog is getting a 5-star dog.
Well, I thought that was true about Mr. Oggie too.
It is too. He's a 5-star puppy. She's a
Okay.
5-star.
What I want to do is play his video or Lava's video, and I know it's up here, but I don't see it right now because it got busy here not too long ago. There it is right there. And we'll play video, and we'll do the same thing we did with you, Julie. We'll bring them up. And then don't forget, we got Milo waiting in the wings. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So, he's now he's a good boy now. That is a good one. Oh, looky there. Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good.
All right, and we can see just barely the top of Lava's
Let
head.
me fix that.
Oh, looky there. All
Here you go.
right.
That's
Hey, I
up.
like your hoodie. Oh, look, I like Julie's hoodie.
That's right. We're representing.
Got to represent.
That's
Actually,
right.
this was my wife's sweatshirt when we introduced the shirts and sweatshirts. I think Nancy had, what's the matter, babe? Nancy had me order some for her.
Mhm.
And when she passed, this is one of the things that I have kept. Anyway,
Okay.
let's see if I can get Miss Lava up here again.
May
Come
have
on.
to take the laptop to
She-
her.
Hmm?
Boy, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is very beautiful. She's one of the most beautiful girls that I've had.
Now,
She
Julie
is-
said that whoever gets her is going to hit the jackpot.
In a nutshell, yes. If they are a good, fair, firm, consistent leader.
Good.
And I say that because I have to. What's the matter, sweetie? I say that because she has to contend with her two foster brothers, both who want all of her attention. And then when I'm giving her attention, they want it. So there's a lot of sibling jealousy that happens because these dogs are so loving that they think you're giving all their love to another dog when you're saying hi or petting the other one.
Yep.
So I feel like I need 3 arms most of the time just so I can pet them.
All right. Has she been around cats?
Not that I know of.
Okay. How do you
So
think
I
she
can't-
would do?
I think that would depend on the cat and how
Okay.
good they are with dogs.
Okay.
She does not seem to have a very high prey drive,
Okay.
as she does great with every dog that she has met so far. We've gone to a dog park a couple of times, and she barely pays attention to little dogs when she sees them.
Okay. What about younger children?
She seems to do good. She's met a couple of kids.
You
Okay.
can let her lay down.
She's met a couple of kids at the dog park. And of course, Pyrenees are children magnets. And if they're as beautiful as she is, they will just come right up to her. And as long as they are respectful and let her say hi first, just to avoid issues,
Right.
there's no problem so far.
Well, good.
She is a real love bug. She loves to cuddle. She loves snuggles.
Wow.
And yet, if one dog is getting attention, she's got to come right in there and get her attention too. She is just a ton of fun to play with.
Okay.
She
Rena said hi,
has-
Mark.
Okay.
Rena said hi. Melise just said that she met the cat at her house and she was good with her cat, the resident cat. So you were right, Mark.
Hey, that
Great
does
Pyrenees-
happen once in a while.
Yep. Every once in a while, right?
Mhm.
Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where you go to, well, apply for Lava too. So now we have Oggie and Lava, both the same place. And there's more than just them up there. So,
Oh, yes. We have so many.
you almost lost laptop too, huh? She wanted to take your laptop. So whoever
Yeah.
adopts her should buy her a laptop.
Either that or keep theirs up out of her reach.
That's right.
She does have one habit that will help make you a better housekeeper. She loves paper. If she finds a loose piece of paper on the floor or sitting in the trash, if you don't close the trash up, she will take it and shred it into minuscule pieces.
Okay.
So even at 4 years old, she's still very much a puppy. And I think a lot of that is coming out is because she is in a safe environment and she knows that she's not going to be beat. She does have one problem that could be a concern. She is skittish around anything that has a long handle. So
A long handle?
yeah, like a broom. If she sees a broom, then she will kind of cower a little bit and then she'll turn away and walk away from you.
Okay.
And when I see that happening, I just try to encourage her and let her know that she's safe and nobody's going to hit her.
Okay. What we'll do, Mark, is after we feature our dogs, and if George is not able to stop by, we will do that. What's going on with the broom as our talking point and our behavior tip. How's that?
That works.
Okay. All right. So, wow. Now, now in her video, she does a lot of playing with your dog. Wasn't that Ranger?
Yeah, that was Ranger.
But you also have Russell, don't you?
Yes. And she does play with Russell in much the same manner. And I give credit for Russell playing like that to Ranger because Russell is quite a bit more sedate than the other two. But they all play together. It is hilarious seeing 220 pounds of dog do full-on body slams.
Okay. Anna just commented that she just lost her Great Pyrenees the other day, and she's lost without her. She made her fall in love. And we're really sorry to hear this. Okay. And whenever you're ready, depending on your location, just go out and apply. Make no mistake, rescues can help you out with this, and not just sending you another dog. Okay. Might just be able to give you somebody to talk to when you need to. Okay. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have a few months ago, I've lost my wife, and without my Great Pyrenees, because Pyrenees are sensitive to your mood. They're compassionate and have a great deal of empathy. And as long as they're getting scratched, they will listen to you talk for hours.
Yes, they will.
So
I think we kind of have proof of that right there.
Yeah. That's when she was telling me that she is the queen.
So she was making the rules.
Yes. And if I let her get away with it, she would make a lot more rules that favor her.
Okay. How many fosters have you had?
I'm at 51 or 52 since January of 2017. And I got shanghaied into this fostering game. I guess Melise, asked somebody up in the Puget Sound if they could watch a dog for a few days until the family could pick him up. And I said, sure, it's only a few days. I can do that. And from that point,
and here we are.
From 2017 until 2019, I was never more than a week with at least one foster.
Right. And fostering has its ups and downs. It can be, you can get busy. Well, Mark's a classic example sitting there. He just celebrated his 25th birthday. I'm kidding, everybody. So how's your experience been since you've been shanghaied? Now it's turned into, well, you're fostering, you came into rescue, and you can never leave, just like the mafia.
That is true.
Except for different reasons.
Well, Yeah, that's true too. Even when going through a lot of issues the first half of the year, where I ended up having to put my wife into full-time nursing care, we were fostering up to that point. Fostering is like a bittersweet drug. You can have your own dogs, and I have two now because my third Pern died not long ago. And I just think something's out of balance. I'm missing having a foster.
Right.
So
And fostering, you don't have the expense of owning one, the vets and stuff like that, because the rescue covers all of that.
That they do, but there is expense involved because, and I bear a lot of it just because that's my contribution along with fostering.
Well, but typically there's not much expense to the foster at all. Okay.
No, typically
that's
not.
your choice though, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do baths, and depending on how they need it, I will take a dog in and have them professionally groomed to get them looking nice, so that when they do get fostered, they go into a home, and that home has time to have the dog get acclimated to the home and the family before they try and push them into a new situation, like going to a groomer for the first time in their lives.
Absolutely. Yes. All right. Okay, Mark, we got to get Milo up here, because if we don't, George is going to show up and we're going to be out of time.
Oh, please bring Milo. I've been wanting to see him.
Oh, I got to meet him last night. All right. Or yesterday. And that is one amazing boy. And whoa, we're in a good spot right there. There's Milo.
Milo, come back. Oh,
there's Milo.
We had to kick Ray outside, and she's at the door telling us to pay attention to her too.
Oh.
He's going to let her know that we still are aware she's out there.
Okay. Well,
Milo, come back.
Here we are again. Now, did you, Milo has a fear, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And actually, after our conversation last night, we have practiced it 3 times today. And each time he is less vocal about the TV being on, and he calms down a little bit faster with each session.
Right, and that's good, because that was going to be a talking point too, because his fear of the television usually is he never saw one before. Okay, and as long as he responds a little bit, that's a response. And pretty soon it's going to click and he's going to be fine. Now, did I hear a rumor today that this could be a different story, what we're talking here with Milo? Is he available for adoption still?
He is.
Okay.
For right now.
So what kind of home does he need?
So for Milo, he's really good with all dogs. He has a very like doggy parent style personality. So he's not trying to be the leader of the pack, and he's not very submissive. He's a very confident dog. But I feel like he would do really well in a home with other dogs and cats. I haven't really had the chance to test him out with other animals, but he's tolerant of our cat here. He doesn't go after her, but he's not going to pass up a chance to smell.
To sniff something?
Yeah.
All right. I've got a little, I think I have the little video. Let me see where I'm at here. I'm in the wrong place. There we go. I have a little video that you sent me that I actually sped it up a little bit because I didn't know what the heck was going on here. Did you give him peanut butter?
Yes.
Is that what that was?
Yes. That's him eating peanut butter. I couldn't resist. His tongue is so cute and it's so long.
We're going to do that again.
My favorite part is when he's, oh, there it is. That was my favorite part with his lips.
Yeah. And if you want to see your dog respond like that, give your dog peanut butter. Okay. Most will. Mine do. How is he on a leash?
Milo is, I mean, breed-wise, he's Pyrenees, but I'm pretty sure he's part Angel because he's amazing on a leash. He's amazing in the house. He's amazing with kids. He's just a very calm, collected dog. Hey, poor buddy.
Wow. And I'm going to tell you, he looks like, my opinion, he looks like an Akbash. Melise disagrees. She thinks he looks more like a Great Pyrenees. So I guess we got to get somebody to donate a DNA test.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't have the double dews in the back. His feet are quite narrow, but
his legs aren't quite as long. I mean, there's some stuff that's not Akbash, but like his tail hair, his tail fur is beautiful, but he's got the Akbash wave in the back, the whip, so the curl.
I'll show you his tail whenever I get a chance to. He's got the most beautiful tail. I unfortunately had to cut some of the mats out of it because they were just hopeless. But when his tail fur grows back, it's going to be just beautiful.
Wow. And I'll tell you, that is he's a good looking boy.
He is.
And
His big old head.
see, now that picture there, he looks like Great Pyrenees.
He's so cute.
He is, isn't he? And what's going on here?
So that's when Milo and Ray first met. They decided to have a tussle on my bed, and that I just couldn't resist snapping that moment. It was so cute. And they do really well together, him and Ray. Yeah, so he's typically a very low to moderate energy dog. He doesn't really get riled up about stuff, but early in the morning when I let him out,
Sorry
when
about
I let
that.
him out
I
at
muted
6
you.
o'clock in the morning, that cool weather that we've been having here in Texas just gets them so energized, and they will racetrack around the backyard playing, jumping over each other. He'll pin her down and sit on her. It's really fun to watch them play.
Okay. So the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org, once again, that's where you go. Does he have a bio yet?
He should. I just posted one. I think it might be updated now.
Okay. And everybody, you got to remember, folks, hurry up and apply for him, because if you wait too long, well, she'll keep him. Fostering is the only job you're going to have where failure is actually good. Okay. Now, what about birds? Akbash, this will tell us kind of a little bit of the story. Does he pay attention to birds?
I don't know yet. We haven't really had the opportunity to. Well, I guess we've been out to the dog park, but mostly there's squirrels there. The birds tend to avoid that place.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder why. And he does well at the dog park with new dogs too, huh?
He does. Mostly he does well with people, but he doesn't have any issues with any of the dogs.
Okay.
High energy, low energy dogs. If they don't want to be messed with, he doesn't mess with them. If they want to play, he'll, bring the energy level down a little bit if he needs to. But mostly he'll go stand over by people and convince him that they need to apply for him.
So he's good with people, and the only thing he's not good with yet is the television and probably ceiling fan. I don't think we talked about that.
It's the air conditioning. When it comes on, we have a big, the intake vent is in the middle of our house, and I wouldn't say it's loud, but it does, make a sound, and he notices it. He woke up a couple times last night from his sleep just to look around and check and make sure everything was okay.
Okay.
How
long has he been there? How long have you been fostering him?
I think it's been about 3 weeks now. But it's
those
taken
are
3
new
weeks.
sights and sounds.
The AC thing has calmed down quite a bit
Yeah.
since he first got here. He's not quite as jumpy. Like, I have a daughter who messes with her Legos. We have big bags of Legos in her room, and she accidentally dropped one, and he was so terrified the first time that happened. Now it's just like, oh, okay, I know what that is. It's not scary.
Right.
That's
So
my resident.
he had to get used to the new sights and sounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's with any dog. So, boy, we got some comments down here, and oh my, Sharina thanks you for showing Milo. Great work, she said. Awesome job. So,
Thank you, Sharina.
And Glenn says, watch the birds on the bird feeder.
I'll have to go check my neighbor's bird feeder because I
Yeah.
know they have one, but our fence is a little bit tall for us to see.
Yeah,
them.
he says his watches the birds on the bird feeder and the hummingbirds. Hummingbirds cheat; they're too fast. Wow. So Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. Go ahead.
Maybe I can show you his tail now. Hey, let me. There we go.
A beautiful tail.
Look at
And
this.
yeah, look at that. That's definitely a Pyrenees tail. There's no doubt about that.
Look at how easygoing he is. He's like, I
And
don't.
he's got that curl at the end of it, like the Akbash. Oh boy. You can do anything you want to that boy. How did he come into rescue? Do you know that story?
I don't.
Okay, that's all right.
I just we happened to be at the rescue, and my daughter. I wasn't looking to pick one up, but my daughter was with me, and she was like, "I want that one," and I was like.
And she picked Milo.
And yes, just Milo out of all of the dogs. We hadn't spent a lot of time there. We hadn't been introduced to a lot of their personalities. Usually Molise helps pick one that's the right one for our home. And
how old's your daughter?
She's 10.
A 10-year-old can see Milo's qualities.
Yeah. And they're very obvious. I mean, everybody that sees him adores him. He's just such a good dog.
Now, I held off on this particular video because I didn't have a chance to take the sound out of it. But remember when I asked if he did good on the leash? I think we got proof.
That's
see that
my
whip at the end? See that curl at the tip of it? Milo's the dog on the far right. Okay. That curl at the tip of his tail is the classic Akbash. So I'm gonna play it one more time so you can pay attention now. Okay. That was for Melise. Wow, Glenn, you're fixing to go through a hard time. He has 3 rescues. Unfortunately, Panda is about to be released from this world. So apparently, that one's going to the bridge. That's okay. No more pain. You get to run free. So we all been there. It'll be a hard time. I read a study somewhere out of the European countries that the people would mourn the dogs more than they would their family. Okay, I can see that. All right, moving on. We got another guest. If you have anything to add first, Kristen. Okay.
I said everything.
Good. Now, do I remember you saying that? Yeah, you'll stay up for the show so we can watch that right there too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Now we have a guest to stop by, and we're going to bring her up. Now she's a special girl. Now her name's Georgia. I'll just bring Morgan up, and she can explain it to us. Hi, Morgan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Georgia.
And that's Georgia.
Yes, that is Georgia. She's
Wow.
saying hello. I just got home from work, so I took her out to the park and then came back. But yes, this is Georgia. So I got her from a different rescue, or not a rescue, a different foster named Zoo, who does fostering for them. She had her hip replaced. And so I took her after she'd kind of recovered a little bit from her surgery.
Oh, so that was the medical foster that you got her from, and you're the longer term.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yeah, now she's laying down.
And how's she doing from that hip replacement surgery?
She's doing great. She still sometimes favors her hip just the littlest bit, but she loves to run, loves to play. She's not afraid to jump onto things when she needs to. And, recently we've been playing in the park, and she'll jump over this little wood plank that they have set up. So it's good to see her be really active and not afraid to put weight on her leg like she was when I first got her. She was very, very cautious of her back leg.
Okay. And that's to be expected, right?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Wow. And how long ago was her surgery? Is the fur grown back yet?
The fur has grown back, yes.
Okay.
So she's all better from that. I'm not
there's
sure exactly how long ago it was when I got her. Sorry, she knocked the phone out of my hand. When I got
You're going to
her,
make us seasick. You know that.
yeah. When I got her, I think she was 6 weeks post-op when I got her. So she was still in recovery when I started fostering her,
Okay.
but almost better.
Gotcha.
Fully better
Wow.
now.
Yeah, she looks pretty. How old is she?
She's 2.
Wow.
So her hip replacement was because the people who had her before were not very nice people to her. But she's in a much better place now, aren't you, baby?
It
Yes.
appears she appreciates being nice to her.
Yes,
And
she does.
looks like Oggie appreciates being nice to him. All right.
Yes, he's being a good boy. Come here.
And obviously Milo appreciates it. So, wow. And now, you sent me a few pictures, and that's got to be one of my favorites there.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite ones that I snapped when she was asleep. One of her first days here.
Wow. Now this one here looks like it was fresh out of surgery, doesn't it?
Yes, I think that one was from the original foster when she had the medical foster.
Okay. Wow. Now, is she available for adoption now? And does she have a profile, her own web page, if you may?
She is available for adoption. I did send the bio and some pics to Sam yesterday. So
Okay.
I don't know if it's up yet, but it should be very soon.
Okay, good. Yeah, we can't rescue people. Folks, this rescue has approximately 150 dogs.
Yes.
And so they just can't jump on everything right away. And everybody's volunteers. Serena says the surgery was in March.
Okay. Yeah. And I
Now,
think I got
she's
her.
telling us that from a soccer game while you are getting kisses up one side and down the other.
Yes.
Wowzer. Now, how long have you been fostering with the rescue?
This is actually she's the first dog that I fostered from the rescue.
And it looks like you're having
I
a
just
horrible
started-
time here.
Sir, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
It looks like you're having a horrible time at it too.
It's just trying to hold the phone and trying to combat her paw and her tongue. So I can be able to talk.
Hey, we got more talking points, Julie.
Yeah.
The paw is a learned behavior. The tongue is a learned behavior.
Yes.
And it probably has nothing to do with you.
No, she's just happy, I think. I think you're just happy. She's
No,
happy
what
to
I-
have her person back home right now.
Yeah. How does she do when you're not home? Because you work quite a bit.
I do, yes. For the most part, she is pretty good. I know when I first got her out, she got me right in the face. I know, sweetie.
Is that the paw?
Yes, that was the paw, right in the head.
If you want a hand with that, yeah, we'll talk about that. All right.
Yeah.
It's when they learn it,
Mhm.
it can be challenging to redirect it. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. And that's one thing too. I was told that's a big thing with the breed, and she's the first Great Pyrenees that I've had. I knew of the breed, but my family had always been German Shepherds, so that was what I'm used to is a German Shepherd. But
And it appears, well, actually, Glenn just said something here that makes sense. He says, "My peers do not lick." Wow, he's amazed, and a lot of them don't.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
honestly, she's usually not that aggressive with the licking. I think it's because I'm sitting down right beside of her, and she's kind
Well,
of
sometimes that can be
excited.
nervousness too.
Yes, yeah.
She can hear us on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that can be a big thing. Okay. Now, has she been around cats?
She has. I actually have a cat. I'm gonna kind of turn the camera so you can see him
Okay.
watching us, but he's over
Okay.
there. His name is Asiago. She loves him. He does not like her.
What about
But-
children?
She loves children. She's been around my niece and my nephew and then other kids that live in my apartment, and she loves them. The one thing is trying to keep her from with the paw on the kids, because that kind of scares them a little bit, and I don't want her to get too
And
excited.
that's why we can work her through that. Okay.
Yeah, but she loves kids, loves people. As long as I'll take her for a walk through my apartment, and she'll walk by someone. If they don't pet her, you can just see her watch them. Like, she's upset that she didn't get the attention, but she's such a sweet girl. She hasn't met someone that she does not like.
Wow.
Where are you going?
The switchblade paw will trip you though, so be careful.
Yeah.
They do love attention, and
They
they do.
Yeah.
They seem to be bred to please their humans. Okay.
I agree. Yes.
And that can make them very strong guardians too. So, and that's the key. How is she? Is she a big barker?
She's not. I mean, when I first got her, it maybe took a month or two before I even heard her bark. You know, I think she was number one getting used to the place, but she's.
Are we sure she's a Pyrenees and not just the best disguise that we've ever seen?
I think she is. She has the dew claws on the back leg, or on both back legs. I think she is mixed with something, but I think a lot of it is Pyrenees. She
sure is a happy girl now, isn't she?
Yes, very happy.
All right.
Very happy.
That's amazing. Okay, that is awesome. And now she's your first foster with GPRS, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And how's your experience been so far?
So far, so good. I will say the funny thing that happened is when she had her hip replacement, she also went in to get spayed. And the hip replacement surgery went over. So a few weeks into me having her, we found out that she didn't get spayed. So that's taken care of now too. So that was just a funny situation to wake up to one day. But she's all better. Yeah, she's all better out of surgery. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame they forgot to tell you because they can only keep them under anesthesia for so long.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
That was the problem. But she's all spayed. Now,
yes.
You have other dogs?
I do not, but I've almost always had a dog with, when I would live with my parents when I was younger. And then after that, I had a German Shepherd on my own when I lived on my own. And she's the first dog that I've had in a few years. So I'm really excited to have a little foster puppy.
Good. So what kind of home do you think she would need?
I think ideally, as long as they didn't have another large dog, because I have noticed she kind of is picky about large dogs, especially when they get in her face. But small dogs, cats, everything else I've seen her with, she's great. So I would say, especially if they had a yard, so she can kind of have a little more freedom. Because like I said, I live in an apartment, so we only really get to go to the dog park and run around there. But
right.
She's a very calm dog. She does like to lay around for the most part. But when she gets her zoomies, because she's still young too. She's still a baby.
You don't mind sharing screen for a second, do you? Sorry.
Sir, I'm sorry.
We gotta get Milo here. That's a good shot of him. Okay, you're back now, Morgan.
Hi, Milo.
That's why I like it when people stay up. We got something like that. Everybody
of
gets
course.
to see it. I missed one Julie just had, but I won't next time. Okay. Now, let's go back and touch on something. Mm-hmm. You have a Great Pyrenees that you're fostering.
Yes.
And you live in an apartment.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Some rescues that would disqualify you from, even being able to breathe in their book. But here we are. So have you had any neighbors complain in your apartment?
No, nobody's complained. Like I said, she's a fairly quiet dog. The only time she really does get, loud at all is when someone knocks on the door. And I'm kind of used to that as far as dogs go. That's what I kind of expect from them,
But she does bark when they knock.
Yes, that's about the only time. Very rarely does she bark any other time. It's just usually when someone is at the door.
Okay. Well, thank goodness she doesn't meow.
No, she does not meow.
Okay.
She hasn't learned that trick yet from my cat.
All right. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. If it's happening, that's right where it's happening right now because, wow, look at all the dogs. I don't know how else to say that. Well, we're missing two is all, but I think Mark's petting one. And I think Julie is making sure that a puppy stays out of trouble. I got you muted, Julie. Sorry. Here, I'll unmute you. There you go. I got you back.
Come on.
All right. So when Georgia, I don't know who's barking, but I'll mute him here in a second. But when Georgia gets adopted, are you going to be able to take another one that is qualified to be an apartment?
I think I would. Yes. Yeah.
So always remember, not every dog is qualified to be an apartment. Okay?
Yeah.
Some of them. Sorry, Morgan. Again, Milo's taking show again.
That's all right.
you got to remember that with Milo in that same home, Kristen is also fostering Ray. She has 2 foster dogs, and Ray is a young dog. Well, it's got Milo on the floor right now, but she. You're muted, Kristen. If you're trying to say something, I don't know if I muted you or you did, but
I muted myself. They were barking.
oh, okay, all right, and that's a good thing. But it kind of okay because the show is about the dogs, so we kind of expect some barking somewhere. But it does get other dogs barking too that are guests. Now, Ray got adopted, didn't she?
Yes, she goes home tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna get a picture of
Here,
her
Oggie, come.
gotcha day. They give her collar, and we'll get some pictures with her and the family and post them.
And she's a puppy, and he's doing well with her, right?
He's doing amazing with her. He can match her energy when he needs to, and he can also calm her down when it's too
Russ?
much for him.
Oh, you're in your crate. Okay.
Wow.
Good boy.
Okay. Serena wants to thank Morgan for fostering Georgia and sharing her with everybody.
Of course.
And Glenn's Pyrenees barks at the infamous Walmart bag rolling down the street, just so you know.
Yeah.
Now that part's not unusual. That's why I was asking about the apartment dwelling.
Yes. Yeah. She's a pretty good dog. She just likes to give kisses. Likes to try to make the cat be her friend.
Wow. So she's got a lot of life left in her at only 2 years old.
Yes.
So she's young, and puppies. What's so amazing about Milo is puppies can be aggravating to not just humans, but to dogs too. So you got to remember that. And your experience has been good. This is good because you're willing to take another foster that would fit into an apartment. See, that way too, she, I don't know, the screeners may, look at apartments more now for her. So with an apartment, there you go. Let's get your application in. You can't adopt if you don't apply. Exactly. And Julie made a good point. If you can't adopt right now, maybe you can foster. Okay. Mm-hmm. And there's actually a rescue flow. And Julie, you might be able to help explain this too, because I kind of suck at it. Have you ever seen that?
No. I think I just saw this posted. I got to look on my other glasses.
What happens is I think I might be able to do this because I got pictures to help tell the story. They bring him in Texas. Well, they can't just bring him in Texas and ship him out. They got to evaluate them and assess them to see what type of foster home, long-term foster to go. So most Texas fosters are short-term. Okay. And I think it says up to 6 weeks, maybe, or more. There's no time limit. They have to have the fosters in the Pacific Northwest, which is where Julie and Mark are. Okay. They're in the Pacific Northwest. So 2 to 6 weeks in the Texas homes, and then they transport them Northwest either to adopters or fosters, because if they stay in Texas, where there's so many dogs in Texas that if they stay in Texas to be fostered, then they can't get out of the shelter. And if they get too full, they have to euthanize. And well, the large breeds are first. The giant breeds are first. So now there's special cases that sometimes they like hide them from the directors and stuff. We had one here not too long ago. It was on a show that was in the shelter for a long time, surprisingly for Texas, but that's very rare. And don't ever slam or bash your shelter, okay? Because they euthanize dogs. They don't want to have to euthanize dogs either, okay? So, but they have to be able to take them in. They're on contract with their counties. That's how that works. Now, speaking of the rescue flow, Morgan, sorry.
That's okay.
Is she going to be, are you going to try to keep her until she's adopted? Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, of course. I would love to.
Okay.
Because I know, I love having her, and I know she's comfortable here. I wouldn't want to move her again and have her have to get used to someplace new, and then one more time when she gets adopted, have to move and get to, used to
Okay.
someplace new. So
Cool.
I'd love to keep her for as long as I can until she
All
gets her
right.
forever home. Yeah.
Okay. I do want to cover the broom real quick. I know it's only about a minute or so till 5. Usually what's consistent in that is, well, it's kind of obvious somebody was abusing her with a
Yep.
broom,
Yep.
probably saying they're correcting her.
Yeah.
Folks, humans really screw up when we correct a dog. The only ones that should be correcting a dog is another dog, okay? Because we don't know if you've had, probably can't ask you guys because I know better, especially Kristen. But typically I can safely, a new dog I can tell you that what that dog is thinking and what you think that dog is thinking is 2 different things, okay? So how can we correct them if they don't know right from wrong? They don't have our logic is the problem. So instead of correcting them, call them to you and give them something to do that you want them to do. But always call them to you first. Everything goes through you. And when you call them to you, well, you can give them something else to do or take them for a walk or do an exercise with them, anything except correcting them. Let's not be heavy-handed. This is a livestock guardian breed.
Yes.
If they decide to stand their ground against you when you're doing something like that, adverse, if you may, well, you may not like the outcome if you trigger them into survival. I told Kristen yesterday on the phone, I said, man, you haven't lived until you've triggered a knockbox into survival. So, boy, I'll tell you, Mr. Oggie sure is a good-looking boy, and Lava is just so beautiful. But man, Georgia, she takes the cakes. I'm sorry, guys. She's gorgeous.
You're so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so young to have a hip issue. But you said that was most likely from the prior owners.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So there you have it. And I bet you they didn't intend to hurt her so badly that it did that needed a hip replacement.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope so, at least, that they didn't intend to do something that badly to her. But
here we are. She had a hip replacement.
Exactly. And still just such a happy dog, which I think is my favorite thing about her, is that despite that, she still just wants to love and, has a lot of love to give to someone or to a whole family.
Yep. I guess if I had to pick a favorite thing about any of them, it would have to be their intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have the ability to make quick decisions in bad situations. Okay. And their ability to read people. Okay. So, I think we have, Milicia said she got stuck getting out of a crate and dislocated the hip.
Okay.
That actually makes me feel better.
Yeah.
So,
That's,
and Glenn has one of his peers notify me of my father in danger. And that's another thing they do is they pick up on human emotion change way better than we do. So, and that's medical support stuff is what they are good at until you have to call first responders and they can't get near the patient because they're still a guardian. All right, back to the broom. If she was abused with a broom, we have to change her mind what the broom is actually intended for.
yes.
And how do we do that? That's actually going to vary from dog to dog, but generalized, we can reassociate it with something good. Like if your dog loves to go for car rides, have the broom out there. They take the broom with you. Okay. If we don't get through, I had one dog. Matter of fact, this Kuvaz I have, she was abused with a cane. The old man had a cane, and so I had a short broom, and that freaked her out. And I took the broom, I shook it, and I visibly threw it out the door. Believe it or not, that helped that particular dog. That's unusual because they don't have logic. But I took the fear away. I think it was just removing it from the equation.
Yeah.
But it's just silly little things. You have to reassociate what it means. Similar to crate training. All right. You have to just associate that it's a good thing. That's all.
Yeah.
Can it take a long time? It can. Depends on how many times somebody threatened her or even made contact with a broom. That's what it depends on. But nothing happens right away. If you spend 2.5 years abusing your dog, we can't turn that around overnight. We don't have wands, magic wands. And make no mistake, with some of the folks in rescue, contrary to popular belief, the rescue does not have a helicopter that they can come pick the dog up with and then get it out right away. Just so you know, they don't have one yet anymore.
Not yet. Yeah.
You guys want to donate a helicopter and a pilot? I'm sure they'll accept it. Okay. So, all right, guys, man, oh man, what a show. We want to do this again sometime. We had some great guests, and Milo is just, for me, no offense to anybody else, but he's my favorite. Oh, that's not even Milo.
That's right.
That's Ray.
Milo.
Ray's fixing to have a wonderful life. And she lives to live close to you, doesn't she, Kristen?
It's a 3.5 hour drive from here. Where
All
she's
right. To a truck driver, that's walking distance.
yes.
But if you're not a truck driver, yeah, that's a little bit of a hike. Okay?
Georgia.
So, and Julie, thank you so much for everything you do with the rescue and coming on. And that's a good looking boy. You've done great work with him.
Practicing. We're getting ready for Halloween here.
I see that.
Cute.
He does look cute. Yeah.
He's a ham.
Wow.
I know.
And you know that little Georgia and oh no, Lava's a girl. So we got an equal mix, boys and girls, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And Morgan, thank you so much for bringing Georgia on. We'll get her out so you can. Boy, look at that. Does she always smile?
Always, yeah. I've never seen her not have this pretty smile on her face.
All right. You have my email address because I sent you the link. Why don't you email me? Let's set up a time when you're not working.
Okay.
And we will make it. I will arrange it in my schedule, and we can. Let's start giving her some knowledge. And always remember, anytime you give your dog knowledge, you're giving it through guidance, obviously. With knowledge comes confidence. If you have a dog that doesn't have confidence, start teaching them things.
Yeah.
Okay? With knowledge comes confidence. So, all right. Well, good luck with Georgia, and she's just amazing. And
thank you.
And Milo and Lava, she's just so gorgeous too. And old Mr. Oh boy, I tell you, what's he mixed with? Does anybody have guesses with that, Julie?
I heard they're both peers. He's got double dew claws. Mom was.
But what's giving him those markings? German Shepherd, maybe?
No, I think he's all peer. It was my understanding.
Okay.
They all look. If you're looking for one, there's 6. There's 5 that look just like him too, and they're all wonderful puppies.
All right.
Look at that.
Oh. And that is possible. He could be a peer. Because the markings can come from generations back. There could have been a German Shepherd in the mix somewhere.
Maybe.
Okay?
Could be.
But he's a good looking boy. Now, Pyrenean Mastiffs are colored like that also.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Anyway, Mark, thank you so much for bringing Lava on.
You're welcome. I wish I could have got a better appearance out of her. But
you gave us what we needed, because not only did you have her, but we also had the pictures. Okay. So I still like that one.
Yeah. She is very much a dog. She does not like to be separated from her pack.
So she's going to need another dog in the new family.
Oh, she's going to need another dog who is active and likes to play.
Because there's a possibility she didn't get to experience her puppyhood, and now she is.
That's quite possible. And she does play just like a puppy. She and Ranger are just as thick as thieves. I've never
Melissa,
never had
Julie?
Foster do that
Uh-huh.
so quickly.
Okay. Melissa said there might be a little bit of Anatolian in there.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely see that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah,
They're big
those
boys.
puppies,
Yeah.
they were, how many of them were there? 6 that you guys got?
6 and they're all the old litter and they all look the same. And it's funny, if you look at one bio, you're probably doing the bio for all of them. They're just
You sure
easy
somebody
going.
didn't just copy and paste it?
Yeah, well, they're they look alike, they act alike. It's pretty funny.
So they
Yeah.
could have copied and pasted it and still been accurate.
That's right. That's
I
right.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I'll tell you what, for those of you that's never had Great Pyrenees, you have an emotion that hasn't even been awakened yet. Okay. But for those of us you have, you're going to understand when I tell you that one of the prerequisites of owning a Great Pyrenees is you must have a sense of humor. Okay.
Yeah.
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 A sense of humor is a good
Yes.
thing. All right, we're
What's-
running over and I'm babbling. So we're gonna say thank you, everybody. And thanks for fostering, especially. Man, you guys fostering saves lives, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And fostering is and don't forget, the fosters make everything happen here. But you donors, thank you too, because you guys make it possible. So
Yep.
and that's a good little slogan to have. Anyway, all right, we're gonna pick which exit video we're gonna exit with. I think I will do this one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.